It is time for the baddest show that everybody know. The Icon Sports Southeast.
Hey, trapping at my granny crib, you know I made it happen. My life until he ran, and then I started rapping. I heard a nigga keep talking shit until I pull up clapping. Hey, we the ones who get the drop, pull up with that stat. I say we the ones who get the drop, pull up with them drinks. Little butter, them say that's real, but them little niggas fake. Mama told him always be yourself, don't be nothing that you ain't. We was broke, we with you, you ain't new, now we ain't stay. Back then I ain't trapping at my granny crib, you know I made it happen. Put my life into the rhymes and then I started rapping. Hey, I heard them niggas keep talking shit until I pull up clapping. Hey, we the ones who get the drop and pull up with that stat. I say we the ones who get the drop and pull up with them drinks. Hey, little buddy them said they was real, but them little niggas fake. Mama told me always be yourself, don't be nothing that you ain't. We was broke, we with you eating noodles, now we ain't steak. Hey, we the ones who get the drop and pull up with that stat. I say we the ones who get the drop and pull up with them drinks. Hey, little buddy them said they was real, but them little niggas fake. Mama told me always be yourself, don't be nothing that you ain't. We was broke, we with you eating noodles, now we ain't steak.
It is time for our Icon Sport exclusive coming at you right about now.
It is that time of the night, y'all. That time of the night. Saying got me laid in the bed, y'all. I am tired. Track don't owe me nothing. I can tell you that. Boy, track don't owe me nothing. Boy, track don't play, y'all. I can tell y'all that. Tell you, boy. Tell you, man. EJ Crowell might be the top player in this whole region. I'm talking about. You don't get no better than EJ, I can tell you that. Now, there's some good kids. Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat EJ Crowell from Jackson, I tell you. I'm going to tell you this, man. I got a great topic we're going to talk about tonight. A great topic. I'll wait on some people to come on before we start talking. Y'all share invite. Let's get everybody on. Y'all represent your schools, all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody who share. You know, it don't cost nothing to share. Yeah, the other night, man, we had great dialogue. I'm gonna pick back up on that tonight. But I'm gonna create the narrative tonight. And that is, I'm creating the narrative tonight. What we gonna talk about tonight? Everybody want recognition, but you don't have the stats to go with the recognition that you want. Yeah, I done did some research on this right here. Um, put that on the screen. See, a lot of y'all like talking. But the stats don't equal up with the performance that everybody be wanting to talk about. So we checking out these at the door tonight. I know a lot of people probably wonder why I got Demetrius Johnson and CJ College stats on the screen. I'm gonna tell y'all why in a minute. Y'all share this so we can start talking. Five. I had to go and check this stuff out. Mhm. Y'all, CJ Collar got a lot of offers. And I put this graphic on the screen for a reason. But the kid that don't get no recognition got more yards. No, we about to change that narrative, Five. And all the other fans out there, y'all, we got to change this narrative. This kid here deserves all the recognition he can get. He one of the top rushers in the country in the sophomore class. You know, what other running back in Mobile right now had more yards than him besides Noah Moss? Oh, but I'm finna blow y'all away with Noah Moss stats. I'm about to blow y'all away with Noah Moss stats. Y'all, we be sitting around here talking about pretenders. There's too many people pretending around here, Five. Y'all, them touchdowns, 43 touchdowns, 38 rushing touchdowns. Y'all, these Noah Moss stats I got on the screen from St. Michael. But we got people that come in the comments talking about who we sleeping on. No, these are people we sleeping on. Cause we allowing y'all to talk about people that ain't got no yards. These are people that get slept on because everybody want to jump to the front. Everybody want to brag on who can do what. Everybody be fine. Everybody want to brag on who gonna be up next. We talking about who up now. These kids up now. And y'all, we ain't gonna get distracted no more. I can promise y'all we ain't gonna get distracted. We ain't gonna get distracted no more, Five. There go Juice Man total yards for the season right now. 916 yards, 11 touchdowns as a sophomore. Show me another running back. They got 916 total yards. And I'll wait. I'm gonna wait tonight. Show me another about to be senior running back A junior running back that got 2,289 yards with 43 touchdowns. Oh, okay. But we want to get on and have a debate on who Icon Sports sleeping on. No, we sleeping on these kids. We sleeping on kids that deserve the recognition, but we got to listen to people talk about kids that ain't did nothing or gonna do something. A bird in the hand better than two in the bush, y'all. Bird in the hand better than two in the bush. Know what I'm talking about, JR? That's hard, y'all. 43 touchdowns? And we got people here talking about kids that ain't did nothing. Oh, he gonna be good. What this kid is? What about this kid here from Rider? He was the backup, y'all. This was Green Pants' backup. This was the backup running back at Viger. Make this stuff make sense. Y'all, it's walk through Thursday, y'all. I told y'all, man, we gonna change the narrative after. Y'all, I went back and watched it. And all day yesterday. If I tell you, so I said five the stats. When I saw Juice Man had more yards than CJ Collie from Spain Park. Oh my God. Both of them kids phenomenal. Y'all, both of the kids good. Man, come on, man. Y'all, it's serious, man. Y'all, in the only way, it ain't no knock on nobody, but y'all, it ain't the only way everybody gonna get what they supposed to get. Y'all, we got to start recognizing these kids. We got to start having stuff like I'm doing right now, where we put your stats on the screen. And if your coach is sorry enough to not put your stats in, you don't deserve to be on the screen. You need to transfer. And I said it. I said it not. Because y'all, I can go pull up. Let me see what I want to pull up. Let's see who this is. I go pull up team stats on certain schools and put them on the screen. Who this is? Let's see who this is. This Viger. Is this Viger? Yeah, this Viger stats. These Viger defensive stats right here for the season. They had 7 sacks one game. Y'all, they had 14 sacks against LaFleur, y'all. Viger defense had 14 sacks against LaFleur. 14! Oh my God. Oh my God. Against Williamson, 10 and a half. 9 against UMS. Y'all can't make this up, y'all. But this when your coaches get off their behinds and do what they supposed to do too. It's crazy. It's crazy. So everybody want recognition, but you want y'all just think we just some little show that we just highlight anybody because we know that they're good. Yeah, we know a lot of people that's good, but numbers talk everything else from there. Show me your numbers. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I did some research too. It be some people coming on this show talking about their kids good, and their kids ain't really did nothing. Y'all know me, I ain't scared to call out nothing. Tell them. Oh yeah, 916 yards. Sure do. 6 touchdowns. Tell you. Oh yeah. I've been saying something about little Chris though. I've been saying something. Yeah, I went to that game when they beat Murphy. I've been saying something about him. Y'all, it's a lot of kids who KT like, y'all, I just be waiting on them stats, y'all. Y'all, we can't go no further than them stats take. We can't go no further if your head coach ain't put you in the game. Your head coach don't trust you with the city. You don't need to be at that school. And I mean, if your kid can't go to that school and get no numbers, you don't need to be at that school. You might need to go to one of the other. You might need to go to Murphy to get your numbers up this year. You might need to go to the Florida, get your numbers up this year. You might need to go. You might not need to sit at a Saraland and be on the bench with 300 yards. Come on now. Come on. That be the problem. I'm telling you this, I'm telling y'all, man. This is a kid junior season that went to the semifinals this season, y'all. This Noah Moss, the running back from St. Michael's. You might have to go to a St. Michael, a Bayside to get your numbers up first. Some of y'all got this stuff backwards. Y'all be going to schools that don't even care nothing for you. You just wanted the numbers. And I'm sick of it. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I went and pulled up Central Nail. I went and pulled up Central Nail stats. Central Nail is the best version of a team. Do I want to go there? No. Know why I don't want to go there? Because I'm trying to go big time if I'm trying to play football. I'm trying to go big time. I can't go to a Central. Oh yeah. Might need to go to another school. I don't know why they go to theater because they get their numbers up. Oh yeah. I went back out. I ain't mad if you go to Cottage Hill Christian. Look at Tudor Boy. Tudor Boys, they need help. I ain't mad if you go to St. Luke's to get your numbers up. But some of y'all going to these prestigious schools and you just one of the numbers. You're one of the kids. Man, y'all to be blowed if y'all saw Eli Owen stats from Central Nail. Man, y'all probably thought that kid had over 1,000 yards. I'll wait on you. I'll tell you this. Juice Johnson had more yards than him. Uh-oh, my bad. I bet you Juice Johnson had more than him, five. I ain't gonna bet you. Because I already know he did. See, some of these folks, y'all, they get on this, y'all, they come on this show pretending, and boy, we start doing research. And them numbers do not add up. And y'all be like, oh, they got such and such. Y'all, it's a reason why a lot of these kids transferred. It's a reason why a lot of these kids transferred to some of these schools too now. Well, they couldn't get the ball where they would. They going somewhere where they can. If you're not going to a school that's going, y'all, not might get me the ball, that's going to get me the ball, and don't talk to me. Don't go to Satsuma because they ain't put in none of their stats. Don't go to the flow because they don't put their stats in either. Y'all finna call out the schools tonight. Now, Coach Perry them gonna do it, but I'm just talking about last year. And them folks ain't putting no stats in, man. I ain't even finna hold you up. I ain't even finna hold you up. Satsuma didn't even attempt to put the stats in. At least LaFleur attempted 5 times and but didn't even put the stats in, y'all. Y'all, they started putting them in and then stopped. Yeah, I'm calling it out. Yeah, I'm calling it out. Y'all, Saraland had their stats in, y'all, before 11 o'clock every Friday night. Full stat reports already in. The only problem I see up there, y'all Saraland ain't gonna spread that ball around. So if you up at Saraland, just be prepared to be one of the numbers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gonna win games. You gonna be happy. Tell you. They gonna spread that ball around. Boy, you ain't gonna you listen, y'all. You're not gonna have these type numbers at a Saraland. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. They ain't got enough footballs up there. Unless this Jameson Roberts stat. Now Jameson Roberts, yeah. KJ threw KJ had a bunch of 300-yard passing games. Yeah, I got game by game. I got game by game stats. I got the game by game stats. Oh, okay. I just want everybody to know that. So don't be telling me y'all had 400 and 500 yards and y'all ain't have y'all ain't have really but 87 yards. Y'all ain't gonna believe. Hold on, y'all. Let me see how many times. Hold on. I'll help you. I'll help you better than I can tell you. Hold on. Y'all, let me pull up the stats. Because stats don't lie, people do. Because some of y'all be building up schools that really don't be doing that. They just be winning. They just be winning. Well, they don't have to do much, but you trying to get a scholarship. Make your mind up what you're trying to do now. You either trying to get a scholarship and win, or just trying to win. Come on now. Come on now. Because some of y'all be talking outside of your neck. I'm telling you, y'all sound like the Saraland band. Real quick. But they right here what y'all be sounding like. Hold on, let me find. Shoot. They right here what y'all be sounding like. Right here. That's what y'all be saying. Y'all be talking outside of your neck. And then y'all get mad at us to my KT, man. We know about every kid down here, y'all. Y'all, it ain't a kid that's walking in Mobile, Baldwin County that we don't know. That's good. Man, so many kids, boy, we just be praying for them to break out. And then, man, y'all, some of y'all be taking visits, man. Y'all need to be training. Y'all don't need to be going on nobody's campus. Trying to act like y'all, man, them folks ain't recruiting y'all, man. Them folks ain't recruiting y'all. Stop going on them folk campus, wasting time. Stop going on them folks campus and wasting time. Going on field trips. Torre, them folks be on field trips. Straight field trip. Man, I'm telling you, I need Juice Man to start going with Juice Man need to start going with chicken on some of them visits. He done earned that ticket. He got more yards than CJ Colley. CJ Colley got 13, 14 of them. Y'all need to leak with our trainer. He official. That's what I'm talking about. For real. Lee. One thing about y'all, Lee, I know y'all, I'm talking about y'all. I'm talking about if Lil Boosie set it off was people, it'll be Lee's son, it'll be Coach at Denton's son, what's his name? Bush. And boy, like 5 more boys that be with them. If set it off was a person, it'll be Lee and all that little crew that was out there at Sage that day. I ain't gonna never forget that crew as long as I live. Man, them folk be on field trips, man. No, good well they ain't sat in the head coach's office. Them folks ain't went nowhere near the folk. All they do is look inside the folks' office. They look from the outside. Juice, man, y'all finna pull this up, man. I tell you, man, when Max Prep sent me this right here, y'all. Man, I was blow, man. I ain't know the kid had that many yards. I ain't gonna even play with you. Y'all, I was so blow, I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I was blow. I said 5. Juice, man, had more yards than CJ Khaled. And these folks be on field trips 5. Them folks is not finna give y'all no offer. Y'all got the same people vouching for y'all everywhere y'all go. You're not gonna get no offers. You gotta have multiple people that's willing to vouch for you. Y'all be going on field trips. With my 7-on-7 coach, he vouched. Man, them folks don't trust them. Them folks still be calling KT Thornton. What you think about this kid? Kogu told y'all that when he did the interview. Wake up, Roger.
Wake up, coach.
Just sitting up here talking about these folks going on all these field trips like they going on visits for real.
What field trip?
Man, you know these folks be taking these field trips to these folk practices.
Oh, they scouting now?
I guess. But hey, next time take a clipboard.
Huh?
Some of them need to take clipboards with them, Roger. A notepad or something.
Oh,
I'm talking about, they be really wasting their time going to these people colleges who ain't gonna give them no offers. Show me the offers. Y'all are going to these folk schools on all these visits. You could be training. You could be running track. You could be doing something besides wasting your time on these people campuses.
Make yourself feel a little better. Make yourself feel a little better.
Hey, Lee, the other running back wasn't seeing. That's what I'm saying. Juice Man and CJ Khaled was the best 2 bag-up running backs in the state of Alabama. This comes from Max Prep. Y'all, this comes from Max Prep. These are the top 2 backups that's now about to be the man in charge.
Yep.
Man, Roger can tell you the other man we were getting, man, they were sending us all type of stuff. Some of y'all gonna be blown. I'm talking about some of these folks who y'all thought had great seasons, them folks ain't do nothing.
They just had great seasons against their opponent.
Come on now.
It's levels to your opponent. It's all kinds of levels. That's why we got 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A.
But see, here go the thing, Roger. Some of them people need to go down to go to St. Luke's and play 2A. They need to go to Chickasaw and
That's
play
what I'm
20
talking
and have
about,
a
Colt.
regular season.
That's what I broke it down to, Colt, right there.
They don't get it,
I
Roger.
ain't trying to call no names out. They know what school they represent. One
Man,
A, two A. They represent 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. They need to go and research themselves. Cause that level might not be their level.
and then these folks acting like they finna come dominate. You didn't even dominate on the level you was on. Man, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all now. I'm gonna tell y'all this. If y'all want recognition on this show, KT Thorne got to be done lay eyes on you. And y'all, there's a lot of these folk, y'all, I done seen a lot of these kids. Y'all, I pulled up on Lee Num, right? Lee Num had the group that was out there at Sage that day. That was at Sage that day working out and was getting good work in. Then EJ and all them came up there later on that day. I'm talking about, I saw them with my own 2 eyes. All this other stuff, oh, he good. He ain't training like them.
Yeah. What's your work ethic look like?
Then you got to look at how many carries they had. 300 for 1,000 ain't nothing. I'm telling you, might as well go to receiver.
What?
For
What?
real, man.
What? You said 3,000. What now?
300 carries for 1,000. You a damn fullback.
It ain't adding up, Coach.
You a damn fullback for the Air Force. Tell you get 300 carries, don't get up but 1,000 yards. I'm telling you, God, dog, you need to go play for the Air Force, man. Come on,
That ain't adding up, Coach.
Roger.
That ain't
Talk
no
about the
first.
school.
That ain't
Talk
that.
about talk about this now. Talk about this.
Yeah.
When them stats was coming in, and LaFleur didn't have but 5 games in the system, and they didn't even complete all their stats.
Mm.
Tell me if I'm lying, Roger.
Mm.
Man, we were so
Yep.
blown, man, when we saw that.
Yep.
Them folks ain't put them but 5 games worth of stats in, and y'all, they ain't even put all the stats in. That's the crazy part about it.
Ain't even giving them kids they flowers.
Y'all, them folks, y'all, LaFleur High School last season did not even put their stats in.
Yeah. Them kids want their flowers, man. They want to know what they did so they can get better.
Tell you, Coach Perry them got they doggone work cut out for them.
That's what that's for, Coach. You know that.
Man, them folk got they work cut out for themselves. I wouldn't even apply for another job if I couldn't put in no max prep stats. Satsuma ain't put nothing in. Them folk, y'all, Satsuma didn't even put a stat in, y'all. Not one.
Mm.
But them folks ain't trying to be on the top either, though. Uh-oh. Big difference, ain't it, right? Them folks
Yeah.
ain't trying to be on top. Them
They
folks
just
just
trying.
riding their lane through.
They riding their football years.
Tell you, them folks ready for the season. Look at the first practice. Them folks ain't even, y'all, them folks ready for the season to end.
So they can wrestle.
I'm telling you, man. Roger tell you, man, we said that yesterday, and y'all, I'm talking about as I was getting them, y'all, I was putting them in our group. Man, y'all saw all them stats on some of them teams. Man, y'all will be blown. Man, come on, man. That junk crazy. Tell you, man. Some of y'all at dead end schools. I hate to tell y'all that, but guess what? I took a whole day off yesterday so I could think about what I was gonna say today. Some of y'all at dead end schools, unless you got new coaches.
Unless you there
Unless
for
you got
something
Nico.
else. Unless you there for what they good at.
That's what I'm saying. You know, kids leaving the flow, and them kids ain't got no stats. How you know what type player they are?
Yeah. That's what I say. You gotta know your stats so you can get better.
How y'all know if this kid good? How do you know?
You don't know.
Y'all, Roger, I'm about to blow you, man.
You don't know, coach.
Hey, Roger, I'm about to blow you worse than this. Huddle Assist does the stats for everybody. All you got to
Yeah.
do is get it linked to for it to go to Maxwell. And Mobile County bought Huddle Assist for every high school. So every high school in the Mobile County public schools supposed to have stats. How in the hell the flow? How
But
in
that
the hell? How in the
and
hell the
also,
flow?
coach, that make your season, right?
Roger, them people didn't even put in no stats.
The stats make your season, right?
Come on, Roger. Come on,
So basically, they saying they ain't really had no season.
man.
You know?
Somebody didn't know what they was doing. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, all these folks who y'all call coach ain't no damn coach.
He
And
know,
I mean it.
he know how to tell people stuff.
Roger, how many how many times we be on the show and boy, we look on a Friday night after the game and I say, ooh, there goes Sarah last stats coming in right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, come on.
Soon as the game over with, right there.
Now I'm gonna tell you, Vigan Williamson stats be in, huh? Vigan Williamson stats in too.
Somebody on their job.
Vigan Williamson stats in. Top tier stats. Vigan Williamson on their job too now. It ain't all the historical black schools. Blunt even got their stats in, y'all. That was gonna blow you. Y'all be laughing and janking Blunt after every game, but Blunt got their stats in. Now they might be low stats, but they got.
Man, tell it that.
Hey, Roger. Hey, Roger, they might have 26 yards.
Tell it that, coach. Yeah, 75. Hey, 75 carries.
Man, come on, man. Man, come on. Man,
Man,
y'all will be
coach.
blown. Man, if y'all would have been in our group yesterday, and y'all, you and Miss Wright got all their stats in, y'all. Against St. Paul, they had 63 yards rushing, 65 yards receiving. Against LaFleur, they had 325 yards rushing and 52 yards receiving. Against BC Ryan, they had 156 yards rushing, 48 yards receiving. Y'all, we got the report. Roger can go right in the group and pull out another school and just read down the list. Y'all, this is what happens when your program is organized. Against Viger, UMS had 93 yards rushing and 116 yards passing. Against TR Miller, UMS Wright only had 10 yards rushing. 10. But they had 169 yards passing. Against Central when they lost, they had 127 yards rushing and 93 yards passing. In the loss against Williamson, they had 84 yards rushing and 52 yards passing. Man, these folks ain't put up no numbers. They ain't put up no numbers. These folks,
Not at all.
man, these folks don't be putting up no numbers, man. All right, here go Blunt. Oh, boy, I'm finna mess y'all up with Blunt. Against Viger, 66 yards rushing, 49 yards passing. Against Sandland, 19 yards rushing, 50 yards passing. Against Murphy, 112 yards rushing, 22 yards passing. Against Gulf Shores, Blunt had 214 yards rushing, 36 yards passing. But here go the thing that everybody not getting. They putting their stats in.
Yeah, they are.
They putting their stats in.
No matter what it is.
Man, them folks putting their stats in every game, y'all.
No matter what it is.
Telling you. They putting them in, y'all. Man, we was shocked. Man, boy. Man, I got the report on the floor, man. Man, you talking about some folks that was so disappointed. Man, we were so disappointed. Dog, we were too disappointed. Man, so. Boy, I tell you. Alberta the same way. Alberta ain't put all their stats in either. See why they was losing. Telling you. I ain't scared to see it. Theodore had their stats in. Y'all, here go Williamson stats. Williamson against Booker T. Washington. 120 yards rushing, 138 yards passing. Against Wayne County. 243 yards rushing, 340 yards passing. Hold on. Damn. I think they might have clicked too many numbers. Nah, I'm going by what they got in, y'all. Then they came back against Alberta, 339 yards. Well, y'all that is about right. And 187 yards passing. That is about right. Central there, 129 yards rushing, 182 yards passing. Against BC Rain, 69 yards rushing, 97 yards passing. Against Murphy, 204 yards rushing, 122 yards passing. Against Faith Academy, 236 yards rushing, 92 yards. Y'all, this is just the pattern. Against UMS Wright, 159 yards rushing, 215 yards passing. Against Viger, 98 yards rushing, 153 yards passing. But y'all in the Viger game, Viger had 10 and a half sacks. And y'all in the Viger LaFleur game, Viger had 14 sacks. Viger had 14 sacks against LaFleur. So, just like I say, man, numbers matter, man. And, man, you better make sure you out of school. Williamson got offensive production. It's just in that red zone. In that red zone. All right, y'all, we're going to pull up Saraland. Hold on. Saraland ain't out the woodwork yet. Against Jackson, Saraland had 112 yards rushing, 326 yards passing. Against Blunt, 81 yards rushing, 260 yards passing. Gus Shores, 108 yards rushing, 232 passing. Spanish Fort, 50 yards rushing, 250 yards passing. 100 against McGill Tulane Catholic, 158 yards rushing, 241 yards passing. Baldwin County, 224 rushing, 152 passing. St. Paul's, 48 yards rushing, 317 yards passing. Against Murphy, 30 yards rushing, 265 yards passing. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's just a pattern. I'm going to tell you, though, Saraland, y'all, against Spain Park, y'all, they had 319 yards rushing and 300 yards passing in one game.
Ooh.
One game.
Double up.
Against Parker, 28 yards rushing. That's why Saraland lost right there. 28 yards rushing and 225 yards passing.
No help on the rush.
And only had 28 yards. And only lost by 11, 28-17. So, it is what it is, man.
So they would have been diverse with the rushing.
Yeah.
It was one dimensional.
The stats tell the story. The stats always tell the story of the game.
Yeah.
Hold on,
You
let me
know
see
where
if
you
I can
missing
find
that.
Vargas. See what
You,
Vargas. Did we have Vargas in here somewhere?
you know where you missing that.
Oh, here go Vargas stats. Oh shit, Vargas was balanced the whole year. Uh, against Blunt, 154 yards rushing, 152 passing. Tuscaloosa County, 170 yards rushing, 200 passing. Against LaFleur, this was about to blow you. Uh, I had to go back and see how many attempts. Against Parker. Against LaFleur, Viger had 115 yards rushing and only 188 yards passing. Viger only had 303 yards of total offense, but they beat LaFleur 60 to nothing because they had 14 sacks. So y'all, they didn't they didn't have to go too far when they did score.
That was a defensive game.
Yeah. Viger defense gave them a 60 to nothing win against LaFleur. Against UMS Wright, they had 171 yards rushing, 174 yards passing. Against Central, they had 247 yards rushing and 182 passing. Against Alberta, 292 yards rushing, 76 yards passing. Fate Academy, 241 yards rushing, 113 yards passing. Against Williamson, 132 yards rushing, 108 yards passing. Against BC Rain, 127 yards rushing, 225 yards passing. Against Baker, 185 yards rushing and 78 yards passing. That's why Viger lost to Baker. First round of the playoffs, they had 229 yards rushing, 177 yards passing. Against U Fowler, they had 313 yards rushing, 155 yards passing, and they held U Fowler to negative 10 yards of total offense. They beat them 41 to nothing. Against UMS Wright, they had 237 yards rushing and 149 yards passing. This why they lost to Montgomery Catholic. They only had 76 yards rushing and 82 yards passing. And I just dropped the mic. The stats tell the story. It's almost like reading a storybook, right?
Yeah.
You start at the beginning, look at the table of contents, and y'all will tell us where we going. The table of contents always tell you where you going.
That's
And
all
y'all,
it is, Coach.
keep themselves up.
If you know how to read them stats, that's all it is.
Viger had under 100 yards passing, and Viger had under 100 yards rushing. That's why they lost.
That means them DB did their job, and that front four did their job.
Isn't it?
Point blank.
And they held Viger to 7 points.
Point blank. Everybody did their job. Somebody got caught lacking one time. One time, Coach.
It is
Got
what
caught
it is.
lacking one time.
But this the thing, and just like Lee said, one thing Lee said that make a whole lot of sense. How many rushing attempts Viger had? Let's go see. Everybody talk about Viger losing Montgomery Catholic. Let's see how many times they had the ball. It gonna tell the story. We already know how many total yards they had. Everybody say they know football. So y'all, let's see. Let's see do everybody know football. Let's see. The numbers gonna tell it. It gonna say this what happened in that game. And guess what's gonna happen? It gonna set some people free. Because at the end of the day, that's what happened. Ain't nothing nobody can do. Ain't nothing nobody can do but just look at the stat and be like, damn, we ain't do shit that game. That's all you're gonna be able to say. But we couldn't do nothing on them folks. Viger had 15 carries. Oh, here it is, Rock.
Yeah.
They had 15 carries for 82 yards.
72 yards.
I mean, my bad. My bad. They had 15. No, there was 4 out of 15 passing for 82 yards. My bad. That's the passing yards. Here go the
4 out
rushing
of
yards.
15.
Viger had 23 carries for 76 yards. And I rest my case.
So for 76
23
yards.
carries. So y'all, if y'all add up
So
the plays,
2 minutes. I mean 2 yards a carry.
Roger, Viger
Right.
only ran 38 plays the whole game.
So they're doing 33%.
Viger only ran 38 plays the entire game on offense. 38 plays, Roger.
Mm.
38
How
plays.
many? How many?
With 38 plays. Montgomery
Mm,
Catholic had 54 plays in the first half.
Somebody kept getting stopped. Somebody kept getting stopped.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. You got to shame the devil. Them
Somebody
folks,
was getting
them
stopped.
folks. Y'all, I said this on the show that night. It ain't that nobody could have done. You didn't run but 38 plays the whole game. Oh my God. 38 plays, Roger. The whole game.
Mm.
People lie, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Against Viger, Montgomery Catholic was 5 out of 9 passing. Uh-oh.
5 out of 9.
5 out of 9 passing.
So they over 50%.
They had 47 carries for 225 yards.
47 carries.
So here go the thing. They didn't run no 50-some plays in the first half. They didn't. It felt like they ran 54 plays. They ran 56 plays the entire game. So Viger's what? 38. And they had 225 yards rushing. Now we ain't counting the punts. We ain't counting on the punts and all that in the game. So
The kickoffs and
yeah, you add that into it, it might end up being about 67. But at the end of the day, I'm just talking about just offensive plays. Montgomery Catholic had 308 total yards against Viger. They had 225 yards rushing and 83 yards passing.
and how many yards passing?
83.
They was running down their throat.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
They must have been doing quick slants and what that one we used to run button hooks,
I'm telling you, squirrel pass.
quick outs,
Tell you.
or they could have just got two. Well, how many attempts though?
9. They ain't thought about it 9 times.
9 times, so 80 something yards. They were doing quick outs, trying to get up the field.
That junk crazy now.
80 something yards 9 times, so they were getting 9 yards a try. Yeah, they were doing quick outs and just running a little bit.
But what do the stats do, Roger? It tells the
Tell the
story.
story. You right.
It tells the story. So how the hell Green Pan we're gonna get more than 6 carries? If the team ain't get but 23,
Ma- Oh no. So
hold on, let me go back and see Diddy get. I want to see how many carries he really got. Let's see how many carries he did get that game.
how about 4, 5?
Green Pan was a beast though. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
They didn't break it down to who got the carry. They just had the total number. Yeah, but 23 carries the whole game. The longest carry was for 21 yards. That was the longest carry Viger had in that game. The longest carry they had against UMS Rock one number 31. Against Simpson Valley, longest carry was 27. He went 84 against Williamson. God, dog. I thought it was 80. He went 84. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You remember that when they scored the touchdown? Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see how many sacks Montgomery Capital had that game. Uh-oh. We digging now, Rod. Yeah. We digging now. Look at the defensive stats Montgomery Capital had that game. They had 7 tackles for a loss that game, and they had 4 sacks. Sure did. They had 4 sacks that game against Vikings. How about this? That was the most sacks that they had the whole playoffs. Damn. They sacked Viger more than they sacked any other team in the playoffs. And they had 2 interceptions against Viger. They had 4 sacks and 2 interceptions against Viger. That could have started the game right there, Roger. That's the story of the game right there, Roger. You are still here, Roger?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You must have hit the mute
Okay.
button.
Nah, it kicked me out a little bit.
Hey, they had 4 sacks and 2 interceptions against Viger.
Who that was?
Montgomery Cap.
Oh, Montgomery Catholic.
Yep.
It's a weak spot in the offensive line. 4 sacks.
Yeah. And that was the most sacks they had the whole playoffs. Against the first round of playoffs, they had none. Second round, they had 2. Third round, they had 1. Against Viger, they had 4. And in the state championship game, they had 2.
Hmm.
So that Viger game, they had more sacks in that game.
More interceptions.
And definitely more interceptions.
Mm-mm-mm.
No, against Moody, they had 3. They had 3 interceptions against Moody
Moody.
in the state championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they blocked. No, they caused a fumble in the Viger game, but they didn't recover. Just a lot going on, man. Just the way it go, man. They had 49 tackles in the Viger game. So that let you know how many plays they ran.
Yeah.
There it is right there.
And what was the score?
21-7.
41 tackles. They ran 42 plays.
They ran 60.
Oh, okay. They just
No,
got
yeah. They ran, hold on, let me see how many plays they ran. Let me go back to the offense. Let's go back to the offense. They had 9 passing plays, and they had 47 running plays.
I was
Hey,
close. I was close.
how about this, y'all? That was the most they ran the ball the whole year. That was the
Mm.
most carries they had the whole year. 47.
Without they main man?
They had 47 carries. That was the most they had the whole year. Damn. That's the way it goes, man. That's football, though. That's just football, man. That's just football. Let's see. Montgomery Catholic coach talked about our coaching like a dog. They said Mike was the easiest to line up against because the play calling was simple. It was the only team that they played that didn't make no adjustments from the start to the end at the Alabama Mississippi All Star game. Let's
Well,
see.
well,
Hey, hey, right.
if you know the stats, you know what you get better at, right?
Boy, you took the words out my mouth. The stats told the story. Shoot.
If you know your stats, you know what to get better at.
Oh, yeah. At least they know what they got to work on, and it's definitely gonna be tough.
About the same, yeah.
Yeah, definitely got to be tough. Whoever get that job got to toughen them up. You
Yeah.
know, for real.
And
And anytime somebody, the folks ran 47 running plays. 47, Roger, against Viger. Boy, I tell you. Tell you. If you don't know what to work on, something wrong. Hold on, y'all. Let me look
Better
at that
find
defense
out.
stat. Hold on, let me look
Might
at Bobby defense stat. I can promise you that's the most anybody ran on them the whole year. I can promise you that. Let's
probably
see.
right.
Defense. Let's see. Hold on. That's a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
That's a lot of tackles.
So everybody on the team got one. You get a tackle. You get a tackle.
You did it.
You get a tackle. You get a tackle.
You did a tackle.
You get a tackle. You get one. You the water boy. We finna throw you out there. You get a tackle. Water boy got him a tackle. He ran out there and slipped up on one of
Let me see how
them
many
during
times
halftime. During halftime.
I want to see how many times UMS ran the ball on Ryan. Let's see.
You
UMS
get a,
ran. Well, they didn't put their stats in for that game. No, they ain't put their stats in. UMS said forget that. Terry Curtis
that's
said
a
I'm gone.
that's a that's a trend, ain't it?
Why you lose, you don't get nothing for that last game. Unless you at Viger. I can put every stat in. Put
That's a
every stat in.
that's a trend, ain't it?
Oh, somebody said pull up BC Rain. Let me pull up BC Rain.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Let's see if BC Rain had their stats in. Uh-oh. 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 Game stats. Let's see. The BC Rain put their stats in. Another loser.
Damn. Damn. Wrong stats. No stats.
No BC Rain stats. They put them in for certain kids though. Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's the new
it
trend.
might be the one you can put your own stats in. They might got that mold on
Yeah.
it. They might got that mold on their max prep.
Man, come on, man.
Put your own stats in. They putting they part ball stats. See,
That's a damn shame.
they putting them the matrix Dolphins stats.
That's a damn shame. Two kids.
No, they down there with the Tramier Parks.
Damn, and man, that messed up, man. Out of
Yeah.
all the kids on that team down there, BC Rain only put two kids stats in. That's D Blackman and E. Davis. Who is E. Davis? Amirian Davis. Only
What
two
about
kids stats
what
they
about
put
my
in.
boy? He ain't got no stats up.
To my Ricky Nichols. Let me look
Yeah.
on defense. And they got his defensive stats. And Aaron Moore.
I was just finna say they gotta have
Just 5 kids.
they gotta have the main man. So that's the people that's doing stuff.
Just like I say, Levi and Williamson out of it. Leave Blunt out of it. Blunt got all they stats here, coach. Viger, Williamson, and Blunt. Don't put them in the HBCU category. They not in that. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to look for one school. And if this school got stats in, every school that don't have them in need to be talked about every day. One school, well, that really get a pass. They get a pass, but if
Don't
they got
say
their
Elmer
stats
Bryant.
in,
Don't say Elmer Bryant.
uh-uh. I'm
Oh,
going worse than that. Murphy.
oh, that yeah.
How about this? How about this? Throw them away, Roger. Murphy got their stats in, and Murphy didn't even
What?
have a damn coach.
What? There's somebody to represent. I want to
Murphy
talk about
didn't have
Murphy.
a damn coach.
They are one of the few.
I'm gonna check on Davidson. Let me see what Davidson got. See if Davidson got theirs in. Big shout out to Davidson. I like Davidson too. I like Davidson. Man, that's crazy, Robert. How the hell you got a football team and you don't even put them damn kids' stats in?
Mm.
That's a damn shame. Damn, that's a shame. So how we know if Roger, man, that messed up, man, for real. Now.
Yeah, it is.
All
Ooh,
jokes aside, I love Jenkins. I
we
love
all do.
Jenkins.
We
Y'all, me
all
and
do.
Roger love Jenkins. But y'all, when it comes to stuff like this, man, it's unacceptable, man. It's bad, man. Y'all, that's bad, man. The kids don't even know how they match up against the other kids. Whoever was at Murphy was trying to get the stats together. I really like that. Who is Jay Massey? Jacob Massey over at Murphy. He got some stats. He a freshman. Um, who is D Hunt? Let's see who that is. Denario Hunt. Another. He a sophomore. Who's L. Phillips? Landon Phillips, sophomore. That's when we can call out your kid's name. Whenever your coach put your damn stats in.
Know what you're doing.
Well, all I say is Sherman, if you listen, you already see what y'all need to do. Matter of fact, if you on the new staffs, you still can go back and put those stats in. Her the assist will add up the stats for you and put them
Hey,
in for you.
Colt.
Yeah.
Just think about it like this. Just think about it like this. If those kids that the less fortunate kids that don't have their stats in and they had a great game, they can't even tell their kids what they did because
They, they can't even go back and Google it.
you can't even Google they dad it for running that 80 something yards and that's the only yards they got the whole game just to win. But it was a 7-0 game.
And y'all, man, we know every kid can't move. But if you still at one, oh well, shit. Damn, BC Rain. Y'all still got y'all same coach.
14-point game. Close game.
And then they wonder why kid leaving not going to Williams. Duh.
Well,
Let me pull up Williamson. I want to know who they lead rusher was this year. Cause all them kids coming back at Williamson.
he probably got about 700, maybe
Mm-hmm.
8.
He probably need his name called out. They were here come from the coaches that put the player stats in, so we can see. Oh, he was a senior. Maddox, Willie Maddox. He had he had 854 yards rushing. But Todrick Withers, he'll be back. He had 532 yards rushing for Williamson. So, then you got AJ Dinkins. He had 1,936 yards passing with
Mm,
11 touchdowns and 5 interceptions this year.
mm,
He'll be back. Receiving wise, John Austin led them with 40 receptions for 696 yards and 3 touchdowns. Williams got the ball to a lot of kids. Keith Donald Jr., he had 37 receptions for 548 yards and 3 touchdowns. Both of them coming back. They juniors. So they'll be back. That's going to be big for them.
where are those other fellas at?
I don't know. Cole Holly was at the track meet. He probably tired.
Oh, hold on, bud. What?
I don't know, Lee. You might want to leave some of them players where they at. I'm telling you, boy. Ooh. Boy,
I'm
y'all might
talking
go,
too.
boy. Well, you better be glad y'all ain't no mailman, because y'all be returning the summer on some of these folks. Roger, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna hold my mouth. I know you say I hope coach don't say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
We don't need
so you
nothing
don't want a
said.
refund, Lee?
We don't need nothing said.
You don't want a refund? Tell you, man. Leave some of them kids with it. I want to see what Shondell Harris had at Mayor G this year. Cause Roger, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all, we don't even want to talk about no 70. I ain't gonna even act like we do. Y'all will be want to talk about this.
We need to.
We don't be wanting to though, right? You know you don't be want to talk about that. Ain't nobody
But
about this. Who talk about they used to have their stats in though. If you look at the player stats, Shondell Harris had 1,400 yards passing and 15 touchdowns. The
well,
lead
when?
for Mary G.
Oh, it's holy oil. I was gonna say,
Yeah. And then he had 692 yards rushing on
mm,
108 carries for another 8 touchdowns. So he had 23 total touchdowns this year.
mm.
Oh Lord. You go to part. You go to part where the numbers don't lie, y'all. All I'm saying. I don't see all this. Oh, that's rushing. I'm gonna say something wrong. Receiving yard, DJ Brockton, D. Petway, who that is. Devin Petaway had hold on, receiving 285. Damn, shit, I see it. Oh, I looked at it.
Mm.
Damn, boy.
Well, it's fine. Lord.
I ain't gonna say no more. I ain't got no more stats to report. They only had 16 receiving touchdowns at Mary G. I told y'all, man, when y'all go to them schools, woo, yeah.
Only 16?
Oh, I thought we were finna move on to make or something before you said something. Boy, you gotta have a lot of patience at them 7A schools.
How many
Don't ask no more questions.
okay.
Can we get over to Baker? Or you ask,
Back up to
can I go to Baker?
come around. Yeah, come all the way back around the city, yeah.
Tate Graham, 1,498 yards passing with 14 touchdowns. That's quarterback out there at Baker. Uh, Speedy Wheeler had 613 yards rushing. T. Robinson, who is it? Tristan Robinson, he had 426 yards. Damn, Baker. I thought y'all do a bit more than this. Oh, ah. Uh, Jones, Joshua Jones from Baker had 661 yards with 4 touchdowns. Marion, Katori Marion had 452 yards with 5 touchdowns.
Mm.
Damn, Baker. I see why Robbie don't be wanting us to talk about y'all.
Mm. I let you have your show, man.
Well, let me go to Jackson and make everybody night tonight.
Come back go to 65.
Where you want me to go?
We forgot about Theodore. We forgot about
There you go. That man love giving everybody hope. Who we going to theater next?
see Baker close to Theodore. You coming
Oh,
around the
yeah, you
beam.
just said Baker. You just did Baker.
I know. I said go around the city.
Damn, Baker.
Cause you know Baker right there by Theodore for real.
Yeah, I'm Brown.
And then Alma Bryan, then coming back around back this way.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, we
Theater
already
quarter.
did.
Oh, here you go, y'all. Oh, Lord. Right. See, Roger know what he be doing, y'all. Y'all got to
Mm,
watch out, Roger. Y'all got to watch out for Roger. Theodore had 600 the quarterback for Theodore had 640 yards passing with
total,
5 touchdowns the whole season.
total,
What happened?
total.
What happened, Roger?
I don't know what happened. It was we can't get the ball in the air.
Man, I thought you wanted me to read out the next stat. Kendra Abel, the running back, had
Real, let's keep
900.
going.
He had 916 yards with 6 touchdowns. J.J. Bush had 344 yards with 4 touchdowns. Those the two lead rushers for Baker.
Nine,
I mean, for Theodore.
nine, 916.
Don't be calculating. We trying to get through.
Oh, okay.
They had 1,780 yards in total rushing. That's what they had for the
For the
season.
year, between everybody,
Damn.
and they got three running backs.
No, it went 3.
What, two?
Hold on. Let me go. They got now they had quite a few people carrying the ball. The quarterback ran for 200. The senior running back he ran for 281.
Damn.
Wow.
Hold on, your quarterback and your running back is the same back.
Quarterback had 5 touchdowns rushing. He was the second leader in rushing touchdown.
So that means the running back
Abraham
ran
had
short,
916 yards, right?
huh?
You the one wanted to go to theater now. I know. You thought they were going to have 3,000 yards or something.
Damn. Damn. Don't repeat a film of that one.
Tell you. God.
Don't
God.
repeat a film of that one.
Where we going next? Can I get out of theater and go somewhere else?
Go ahead, roll down. You gotta come back up. I
No,
10
they said
now.
come on O'Shea
You
Road.
already.
I'm gonna go to St. Paul's.
Are you go? Oh, why won't you start over
Oh,
there,
this
McGill
can't
first?
go watch the what theater had.
Why you
Can't
want to
get no
start
worse.
at? Why you want to start at McGill and come up?
No, we ain't going over. St.
That's
Paul don't put that.
O'Shea.
Hold on. St. Paul don't put their stance in either, y'all.
You starting in the middle.
Roger, it's short lived. St. Paul don't put their stats in either.
That what? Oh
Put them
Lord.
on the
That's why I
list.
say McGill. What?
Put them on the list too.
McGill don't either.
Hold on. Let's go to McGill.
That's what I'm talking about. Start on that side, the east side.
Let's see if they put their stats in too. Damn, McGill.
Damn, I had hope.
No, it might be all their stats though.
Hold on now.
Hold
That ain't
on.
sound good what you
Here we go.
said. How you said that?
It ain't
That
all of
ain't
them. It ain't
oh,
all of them. It ain't all of them.
it's
They
majority.
only got 9 games in. Damn.
9 games in, okay. That's
Oh,
enough. They only got
quarterback.
nine, they only played 9 games.
Come on, Roger. They lost to Spain Park.
That was the 9th game. I think they missed 2 games.
McGill had all their games.
Oh, okay. They had the one that counted.
Oh, they they might Well, the quarterback he was a senior. He had 1,114 yards. The
Okay.
running back they only got 7 games for him. He had 856 yards.
Okay.
Damn, ain't nobody else have 200 yards.
Mm, yeah,
God damn,
that's it.
that's all, folks.
Damn. Me and you, your mama and your cousin.
Boy, I tell you. But y'all better be glad we
me,
do this earlier this season.
me and you.
The thing that gets me, Blunt got all their stats in. That what gets me. I ain't gonna even hold you up.
The standards, man. We trying to hold up, man.
Shit, let's look at Ghost Show. Let's see what they put
Oh,
there.
they better. They better.
Yeah, Ghost Show got theirs in.
They better.
Damn, quarterback ain't that good.
What?
Woo.
What?
Huh?
What you say?
He had about 701 yards the whole year.
The
I can't make it up. I'm sorry.
between how many games?
All of them. Well, he got hurt.
Oh, okay.
That's the
He
one
got
that
hurt in
got
the
hurt.
beginning or the end.
You remember he came back at the
He came back at the end.
Kyler Wilson
Oh,
had
oh,
1,607.
I can't hear you.
Kyler Wilson had 1,672 yards.
1,600.
Yeah,
Ooh, he did. He did a
well, I can
lot
tell
of
you this.
Wildcat.
Ain't nobody else.
He did
Can't
a
tell
lot of
you
Wildcat.
that The next man is what's his name? Jamil Alcius.
I can't hear you, Coach. You underwater. Real bad.
Jameer Alcius had 157 yards rushing. That's the second leading rusher for Gus Shorts. Damn. Receiving yards, Nick Hampton had 378 yards and 8 touchdowns. Who else? And Carter Davis had 216 yards. Hold on. And how many touchdowns he had? 3. And
Uh-oh.
that's it for them.
Uh-oh.
Down goes another one.
Something got to get better.
Man, I'm finna go to UMS right. I'm sick of these things. Let me go to a school I know can play.
Mm.
This don't make no sense, right? I ain't finna sit up and act like it do. It don't make no sense.
What about Scarborough? Goddamn.
Put Callaway on the screen.
Callaway, give me some stats, goddamn. Jesus.
Hey, let me pull up UMS. I hope they got their stats in. God, dog.
They need to start using somebody's stats. Somebody else's
UMS right
stats.
quarterback. He had 869 yards and oh my God.
How many touchdowns?
4 touchdowns
For how
and
many yards?
six. Hold on. And 16 interceptions.
Ooh. Ooh. For who?
UMS.
Ooh. And that's the one intercept on. Ooh. They got
God,
four. They got four of them on Viger, didn't? Oh, three of
man,
them.
boy,
Did they get three of them?
16. He
Did
had
they?
16 interceptions.
Ooh, that boy going somewhere already.
He ain't going to see Jesus. Oh, Bo Wills had 792 yards. Perry Hand had 581 yards. Those are the top 2 rushers for UMS right. The top receivers, Elliott had 344 and Bo Wills had 274.
That ain't good.
Damn. Well, I'm telling you, boy, we cannot win tonight.
That ain't good. That ain't gonna get you nowhere, coach.
When they go to Central, how about that?
Oh,
Let's see what Central.
you skipping across the United States.
We got to try to, man. We're searching for numbers. I just left UMS. You know, LaFleur
But
ain't got those stats in, so we can't pull up nothing on LaFleur.
and you went up 65 and then just
Man, come
went
on.
straight to Central Nail.
Dalen Edmonds, y'all, he had 783 yards in 7 games. He only played 7 games. Uh damn, damn. Who is this? K. Williams. Keyshawn Williams for Central Nail had 640 yards rushing. And hold on. Javon Adale, Javon Adale, he was the second leading rusher with 427 yards. All right, on the receiving end, Eli Owens, he had 536 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. Damn. The second receiver is Peanut Reed. He had 218 yards. 218 yards, Roger, and 3 touchdowns.
Hold on.
What happened? I skipped over somebody.
So he doing long carries. That's it. And was he the leading rusher?
Hold on, let me go back to the running back. He had 79 carries. Keyshawn Williams had 79 carries for 40 yards, right? That's how many touchdowns he
Hold
had.
on. 79 carries
Yeah,
for 642 yards.
yeah. Central had a total of 1,730 yards total rushing the whole season. Uh,
So he had 8 yards a carry,
yeah, 8.1 yards a carry
8.1 yards
and
a
5
carry,
touchdowns. Eli Owens had the most touchdowns rushing.
with nine touchdowns,
He had six
6 touchdowns.
six touchdown rushing for 102 yards rushing. He only had 102 yards rushing
Mm,
the whole season.
mm. That ain't that. Depends
Da-da-da,
on
da-da-da.
depends
Cincinnati.
on depends
Hold
on
on, hold on.
what
Hold on, right? Let me see how many people
what
carried the ball.
division.
Hold on. Let me see how many people carried the ball for Cincinnati. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different people touched the ball for 1,730 yards.
13 people.
Yep. They had 309 total carries for the
13,
season.
13 people did how many yards? 17 what?
1,730.
13 people.
I'm gonna go to
So
Vikings.
each player is
I'm gonna go to Vikings.
average
I'm gonna go
average
to Vikings.
133.
Oh Lord, man, he ain't gonna let these folks live.
133 a whole year. So everybody across the board, pretty much across the board, even. All they runners.
So he go to Saraland to get them numbers up. Who going to Saraland to get their numbers up?
What numbers he put? He got to put up some. Hold up. That's what you. That's what you supposed to do when you go down, right?
Boy, boy,
I'm lost, coach. What happened?
I'm talk. Who we talk?
What you
Oh,
say, coach?
you talking about Cyber?
Who? What happened?
He said Cy going to Saraland to get his numbers up.
Oh, Sai. Yeah. I seen Sai at the. I think I seen Sai at the school. I ain't know he. Oh man, it might be a good transition of some situations, you know.
I ain't called Cy name the whole time. Did I call
Mm-mm.
Cy name?
No, I ain't know who you was talking about. I was listening to the stats.
He had 9 carries for 11 yards,
9 carries, 11 yards,
and he had 10 receptions for 96.
10. So 10 receptions. So 9.6 yards a reception
Yeah, and one
and
touchdown.
and one touchdown. with
Yeah.
1 yard a carry for rushing,
And he had 2
one
touchdowns rushing.
2 touchdown rush. So he was rushing on the goal line,
Yeah. Wildcat or whatever.
Wildcat on the goal line,
And then he got one
I
off
got-
a fumble recovery.
on the
He
goal
got a
line,
fumble. He got a fumble. He ran back
on the
for a
goal
touchdown.
line, on the goal line,
Yeah.
on the goal line. He got his goal line.
Yeah, it must have been a heavy package or something.
Yeah, heavy package drop on the goal line. You said the stats, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know the
Oh,
stat.
stat. I knew you were talking about stats. They tell me what's going
I'm
on.
finna go over here to Viger.
Why? What you? Why you passing? You skill past Blunt? Oh,
Well,
he
you know,
Blunt, no Blunt. Yeah, that's right. We already did that. We went
yeah,
there
we already
already.
did, but Dylan Jackson had 901 yards passing, and Sammy Dunn had 872 yards passing. Viger had 2,059 yards passing on 220, no, on 127 yards. 127 attempts. But they had so many different people throwing the ball.
Mm.
Uh, and then rushing, you had Green Pants. He had 146 carries for 1,000 yards, 1,063 yards. My bad. There we go. Juice Johnson, he had 131 carries for 805 yards. Viger had 2,689 yards rushing for the season. And they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 8. Hold on. Go back. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different people touched the ball for Viger on 421 carries. Damn, that's illegal. The lead receiver for Viger was LJ Holcomb. He had 581 yards and 9 touchdowns. Baby
Ooh.
Osborne had no, he won the second Dylan Jackson was the second leading receiver. He had 369 yards and 3 touchdowns. Baby Osborne had 317 yards and 9 touchdowns receiving. Viger had a total of 28 passing touchdowns. Oh, dang. There it is, man. Oh, you say you want to hear about Blunt? Let's see what Blunt did. I don't think Blunt put out. Well, Blunt didn't play a. You remember Blunt didn't play a full schedule. They only played 9 games. Blunt only played 9 games. Uh, Wiggins had. Nah, they ain't put all their stats. Blunt. Damn, Blunt. You almost fooled me.
They should have up there. Shoot, football season start over.
Well, they didn't put all of them in.
Do better.
Well, y'all almost fooled us, Blunt.
This close.
Damn, they would have fooled us.
They
If we
have
would have
my
went back.
mouth was watering up and everything. Oh,
God, we
like,
thought
like, like when you
we
get
get
that
them.
good sandwich.
I think they put in about 5 or 6 games. So, but we'll give them a half of a sandwich. It's crazy, right? All of the good schools got all they stats in. Did we miss anybody? Mobile Christian.
There you go. And oh, you ain't going across the water.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Spanish Fort.
And St. Michael's and
Oh my God, don't even get me started with them. Matter of fact, we're gonna go to St. Michael next.
this is fun.
Damn, Mobile Christian, you almost got us too. You only put in 5 games worth of stats.
Damn. I bet
Almost.
y'all I bet y'all the one that put up half the stats ain't got the main games enough.
I ain't know Mobile Christian went 3-7. I see why though. Y'all don't want to put no stats in.
Oh well.
Well, well, we'll go to St. Michael real quick. Oh man, damn. You want to go there, or Jackson first?
Um Far as I didn't come back.
Well, we'll go there first. Y'all, Gunner Rivers had 3,947 yards passing, and how many touchdowns? 36 touchdowns. Ha! Noah Mouse
Oh
had
man.
1,805 yards rushing with 32 touchdowns. And the second lead rusher was Kamar J. Lavoy. He had 323 yards and 4 more touchdowns. St. Michael had a total of 2,252 yards rushing, and passing they had 3,975 yards passing. Receiving, you had Brody Jones had 1,581 yards with 15 touchdowns. Tucker Thomason, he had 1,283 yards and 17 touchdowns. Those are the two leaders, and both of them are juniors, so they'll be back. Noah Mouth, my Will said, he had 530 yards. Hold on, my bad. Hold on, I'm moving too fast. Noah Mouse had 532 yards and 3 more touchdowns. Damn, Roger, that's illegal.
Yep.
That's illegal, man. That's illegal. 3,900. Hold on, y'all. I gotta look at this. And 47 yards. He was 53 yards away from 4,000. And remember on the show, Coach Hollis said he was gonna throw for 4,000 this year. Coach Hollis said the boy was gonna throw for 4,000. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Nowhere near.
Well, he was 53 yards off. Roger, he threw for 3,947.
Ooh, my bad.
You can't get no closer than that.
Ooh.
All right, y'all, we're gonna head to Jackson. Whew. Well, I swear, man.
Ooh.
Y'all about to get fun again. Landon Duckworth, 3,400. Hit 39 yards with 39 touchdowns. Uh, the backup, Jay Morris, had 229 yards and 3 touchdowns. Rushing, EJ Crowell had 1,964 yards rushing and 31 touchdowns. Damn. Second lead rusher Landon Duckworth had 648 yards and 12 touchdowns. And both of them come back. We're going to head down here to the receivers. Red Chapman had 1,322 yards receiving. And how many touchdowns he had? 17 touchdowns. And y'all wonder why these kids are all American. Second lead receiver, Junior Payne, he had 1,015 yards and 4 touchdowns. So that is, man. Numbers don't lie, people do. And we ain't lying for you. So, if anybody know what EJ Crowell look like, there he is. There go that man. 34 touchdowns this season. Can't make it up, right? And y'all, they got a linebacker up there, Jaden Tate. He had 11 sacks this year for Jackson. Man. There it is. I can't wait to see Jay Morris, y'all. Jay Morris is the freshman, 5'11" freshman, quarterback. Y'all, he the next one. He the next one. But this the advantage, Roger, he got over a lot of kids down here. As a freshman, he got stats. Everybody else, folks, don't put their stats in. Oh, let's talk about Cottage Hill. Let's see what Cottage Hill got going on. Uh-oh. They thought they had got away. We don't never talk about Cottage Hill. Let's see. Let's see, do we have a reason? Better have your stats in. Let's go to Cottage Hill. Player stats. Okay. Okay, Cottage Hill. They run a program. Shamar Tudor, 1,630 yards for 14 touchdowns this year. Let's see. Shamar Tudor, 610 yards rushing for another 3 touchdowns. Damn. He was the lead passer and the lead rusher. And who was L. Craig? Let's see who this is. LeCedric Craig, the senior running back, had 407 yards and 1 touchdown. For the season, they had 1,630 yards passing and 2,030 yards rushing. The leading receiver was Caleb Messner. Caleb, he had 553 yards, right? And they got a freshman out there, Caius Thomas, freshman receiver. He had 357 yards and 2 touchdowns. And there it is, Roger. We done went through all the teams that we wanted to go through tonight. If we miss your team, oh, Spanish Fort, my bad. Can't let Spanish Fort off the hook. Let's get Roger. You still here? You ain't went to sleep on me. I know this boring you to death. Just think about Gunner River stats so you can stay up. Spanish Fort. Y'all, we going down the list tonight. Schamberger, 853 yards. Yeah, you heard it right. 853 yards passing and 8 touchdowns. EJ King was the leading rusher. He had 1,166 yards and how many touchdowns? 17 touchdowns. Sawyer Wilson had 959 yards and 7 touchdowns. Schamberger had 701 yards and 6 touchdowns. Rushing. Let's see who the top receivers are. Top receivers. Nemo Hickson, 434 yards, 36 yards, 6 touchdowns. Juju Bonner, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. Roger, you here, man? Roger. Roger, are you here? I guess not. Y'all, we about to get out of here then. Y'all, we done did our Stats Matters platform tonight. Get your varsity stats up before you start broadcasting how good you are. All kids matter. You have been listening to KT Thorne. Y'all, we're going to let AI break this down tonight. I am KT Thornton.
I'm Roger Moore. Oh boy, dozed off for a second there, boy.
You all right?
Yeah, I dozed off for a second. It's that time, brother.
Yeah, it's time to go. I'm
Yeah.
tired of seeing it too.
I'm Roger Moore.
I'm KT Thornton, y'all. We are out of here.
Yeah,
Peace
peace.
and good night.
Good night.